2022 has been a critical year for accelerating efforts on the National Strategy Transformation, NST1, through the cooperation framework aligned to the Sustainable Development Goals, with the main principle of leaving no one behind. The UN in Rwanda, in collaboration with government entities at the grassroots and central levels, development partners, civil society organizations at the community and national levels, private sector, media, youth and other key players, stepped up efforts to speed up the implementation of the SDGs while addressing the wide-ranging impacts of the COVID-19 pandemic. Through 14 joint programs on cross-border trade and social cohesion, social protection, health care, youth, HIV, gender equality and empowerment of rural women, nutrition, COVID-19 response and recovery, climate resilience, data, financing for development, food security, disability, diversity and inclusion and sustainable cities, thousands of communities have been reached. Over 21,360 jobs have been created, 46% being taken up by women, and we continue with 2,861 young men and women were trained and supported in different Youth Connect bootcamps and awards. They gained entrepreneurship skills, scalable project development, leadership and management skills, as well as toolkits and cash prizes to boost their businesses. Some of the beneficiaries are youth living with disability and teen mothers. 20,504 women improved their access to formal finance. The women-led Green Mountain Arabica Coffee, GMAC, has been linked to Rabo Foundation. This partnership has resulted in a capital investment of $500,000 to procure quality machines to produce higher quality coffee. This investment has increased access to the international market for coffee, resulting in increased revenue for the initiative. The UN's collaboration with the government of Rwanda and the private sector to organize a conference in Gender Café series is a commendable effort. These initiatives will provide a platform for sharing experiences and opportunities related to AFCFTA and help women to overcome the challenges they face in accessing opportunities under the agreement. Overall, Rwanda's efforts to leverage the African Continental Free Trade Area, AFCFTA, to boost its trade and economic growth are commendable, and the UN's support is instrumental in achieving this goal. UN Rwanda supported the government of Rwanda to establish a green investment facility. The facility was launched at the COP27 and mobilized $104 million as a capital fund to implement green and climate-resilient projects. Rwanda's pavilion at COP27 was the greenest. 16,951 households are expected to reduce carbon emissions. 41% of those are refugees as a result of using improved cook stoves. The UN also supported the government of Rwanda in implementing its nationally determined contributions, NDCs, through piloting hydroponic and aquaponic agriculture, connecting households to solar off-grid energy for lighting, and restoring thousands of degraded wetlands. The response against COVID-19 continues. We supported the strengthening of a health system to better prevent and respond to the COVID-19 pandemic. Over 15,000 doctors, nurses and midwives were trained. More than 500 public health facilities received COVID-19 management equipment. The UN in Rwanda also supported the logistics and rollout of the COVID-19 vaccines. From COVID-19 test kits to storage fridges and syringes, access to clean water and sanitation is key for healthy, dignified and productive lives. We trained healthcare providers to be able to assess wash-in health facilities using Wash Fit Improvement Tool, to monitor accessibility to wash services, prevent and control infections at the health facilities. Permanent handwashing facilities were constructed in 50 schools, benefiting over 36,000 children. Rwanda joined the Global and Innovation Gateway, GIGA, a global initiative leading to connect every school to the Internet by 2030. As part of the GIGA initiative in Rwanda, the broadband Internet connection has been extended to model sustainable use of technology in 63 schools to support improved learning for children. Children with disabilities were also supported to access education. Over 1,600 children with disabilities accessed learning in 60 inclusive model schools and 189 inclusive cluster schools. Over 1 million people, including children, persons with disabilities, refugees, and border community members have strengthened their resilience capacities and knowledge to prevent and respond to violence, including gender-based violence, violence against children and human trafficking, through targeted community-based support, trainings and campaigns. 2,575 people are capable of providing basic, community-based prevention of violence against children. Refugee communities also gained from the entrepreneurship skills offer. Over 8,000 owners of small businesses in refugee settings improved their skills and gained from the over $1 million funding through loans and grants. We have contributed to improving the enabling environment for gender equality and women empowerment. From strengthening national and subnational gender policy frameworks to developing the National Men Engage and Gender Transformative Strategy for Gender Equality, and the National Strategy for Accessing Affirmative Finance Action for Women in Africa facility. We supported the first-ever digital population and housing census in Rwanda. As they canvassed the whole country collecting the demographic data of the people, they used an inclusive questionnaire that also regarded persons with disabilities, in line with the Leaving No One Behind principle. The use of technology in census operations in replacement of paper questionnaires is said to have reduced the time between data collection and analysis of the results, from 6 months for data collection to doing it in real time and from 2 years to 6 months for realizing the data. As of 2022, 74% of refugees born in Rwanda have received birth certificates and 80% have received identity cards as well as full access to the conventional travel document for all refugees. The overall financial delivery rate is at 85.37%. Resource mobilization for the UNSDCF 2018-2024 Common Budgetary Framework shows progress made in mobilizing funds to support Rwanda's transformation agenda, reducing the funding gap from 60% in July 2018 to 27.15% by June 2022. UNCT Rwanda successfully implemented the efficiency agenda. The implementation of the business operations strategy has allowed for joint planning, monitoring, and reporting of results across 14 UN agencies through 5 pillars: human resources, finance, procurement, logistics, and ICT, leading to 5,728,000 cost avoidance across all categories generated by BOSS2 in 2 years. These are some of the achievements. They are an indication that SDGs can only be realized with strong partnerships and cooperation. The people are one of the key stakeholders, and their contribution in shaping the programs ensures their effective implementation and eventual success.